How's your day been?
It was good. I got up slow. Kind of just chilled for a little bit, meditated, showered, talked to Leah, and then had some Chinese food already.
I woke up with some Chinese food.
Well, some fried rice and a little bit of Mongolian meat.
Nice.
Yeah, it was good.
It's good.
What about you? How was your day, man?
Just woke up a little late, you know. Had a show last night, Knock Knock.
How did that go?
It was fun. We did 3.5, I think like almost 3 hours, or more than a little bit over 3 hours of just jamming, freestyling, just having fun.
Fire.
Literally just a bunch of instrumentalists, cool people. Our homie Matt comes through, brings drums, and then we bring the keys, guitars. Homie Max brings a bass. And we just go dumb and knock knock. And because of how like small the room is, the acoustics really just flare.
Kind of like amplified.
Yeah, it gets so beautiful in there. Every person that's ever came in is like, I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah.
And we're like, yes, that's the only goal.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
do things people never seen before.
So,
Yeah.
who was,
different experience.
I forget, it was like something like appreciate yourself or something.
Oh yeah,
Accept
his name is
yourself.
Accept Yourself. Yeah.
Who's that?
He's one of the homies from out of town, one of Loki's homies. But cool dude. He's just been like traveling, kind of just van life in it, playing music in places,
Dope.
having
Sick.
fun. So it's cool, and like we've been throwing shows there since last, or it's almost been a year. It's been a year now. It's been just like a year throwing random shows there, and we get a pretty good crowd. Like no matter what, from the first one, from every show we've thrown, it's been like a pretty good volume of people. Especially because the room just sits tight. So even if you're on the street walking by, you hear the music and you're kind of like intrigued. And then the window's open, so you can kind of watch from outside. And after like a good 5 minutes, you're hypnotized into coming in. It's it's pretty fun.
Sick.
Dope.
But
That's so cool.
yeah, we did back-to-back shows. We did a show on Wednesday, and then we did one where we just jammed on Thursday. Every Thursday we jam, or every other Thursday, bi-weekly, jam at the Knock Knock. Super fun. Definitely
Grinding.
my favorite. That's my favorite thing we do, because it's just like there's no heavy weight on your shoulders to provide a humongous thing. We just have instrumentalists come, and then we get to make music for 3 hours. No real thoughts. Everybody in the crowd's enjoying it, and it's usually like a good me, May, and Loki. We're the Stray Cats. We just throw these fun little jams at the Knock Knock,
Nice.
just to try to incorporate freestyling and instrumentalists, because it's kind of hard to mesh the two, because some people just don't know how to play with instrumentalists or meet instrumentalists, and like meeting instrumentalists sometimes is like the hardest part, because they be in their own world, you know. They're so scientific with how music is that they do this as like a job, and they're like busy doing other things, so getting them to jam is like just such a unique thing, because it's so fun.
Yeah.
Like it's freeing, and we get to have fun, and like having the rap side of it and singing side of it like adds this intensity of getting the emotions kind of across. It feels like what they're playing, and then talking to them, it like brings a show.
Yeah.
It feels great though. It's just fun, freedom.
Yeah, it's good to have like no structure, you know. No like firm thing. You got to do this that way or that this way.
Because even like the night before a show, like you have to think about set lists. You got to think about
Right.
this. You got to think about
Right.
timing on everybody coming up, and
Yeah.
if it gets if people are gonna be there at the exact time. So then now people kind of have even crowds, or who gets to go first, and type of things like that. Where running an event can kind of just be like because like you can mess up an opportunity and put the best person first.
Yeah.
You never know, because
Yeah.
it's just like playing with the game of trying to build the set list. And I'm fun with it, but.
I
Yeah,
think
it's
it'd be
trippy, man.
cool, since that's a consistent event, you know, for that to also have its own channel in the Discord, so
Yeah.
people can know about it.
Yeah,
and-
we've been
yeah,
trying to like
so-
slowly grow that one. We've just finally got consistent for doing it 2 months every
Cool.
other week. And so now like we finally feel comfortable
Yeah.
with continuing it.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Nice.
I feel that.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah, it was like a minute of like wanting to be consistent, but then
Yeah.
not being consistent, so people would expect us to do it, but we didn't, because we were just busy doing something else.
Right.
So then it got to a point where we're like, all right, we need to figure out how we could be consistent before we
Right.
make this 100% a thing.
I don't think I've been to that spot yet.
It's super fun. It's right down
It's
the
close
street.
by. Yeah.
I saw
Yeah,
it.
look
I was
for
like,
it.
wait, I just announced that show,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's where it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've noticed
Super
it for the
fun.
first time, just
Yeah.
on my way walking over here from my car. Cool.
But yeah.
Dude, well, thank you for being here, Chi. It's an
Yeah.
honor to have you on, man.
that's
Thank you for
nice.
making the trip out to 8. And yeah, dude, you're killing it. you're doing your freestyle show. You got
Yeah.
the show at Complex. Yeah, tell us a little bit about what you got coming up, man.
Yeah, we've got a lot of amazing things in the works. So I do multiple shows with the Complex SF Recording Studio. It's a recording studio here in San Francisco where George S. Rosenthal, during the pandemic, he got the idea to support artists when they couldn't perform, and he built the first floor of the studio into a stage with 8 high-definition cameras, lights, fog machines, and of course it's a recording studio, so they're really good at like mixing their sound and everything.
Yeah.
And he started throwing these streaming concerts during the pandemic, and it's kind of evolved from there. I just found them thanks to Balanced Breakfast, the music group. I was on Facebook, and they were looking for people to perform, and I was already trying to build this hip-hop community, Check the Rhyme. So I hit him up and I said, I'm not really an artist, but I'm connected to a lot of artists. Would you be interested in having some MCs come on, some hip hop? And they never really had that. They had a lot of singer-songwriters, they had punk bands, other types of rock bands, but that was about it.
Huh.
So I brought in a show for a couple artists I was managing at the time, Jane the Message and Einstein the Mastermind, and the homie who has now moved out of state, Chris Sonko. And we put on a show, and I let him know at the end of the show, we kind of hit it off, and the space is incredible. It just blew my mind. I was like, anytime you want some hip hop, let me know. Now I've done over 100 shows at the recording studio, and it's branched out from just having artists come in and perform their sets to deeper interviews, which has now led to like panel conversations with all the artists that I bring in, which is an interesting new format that we've been playing out.
Yeah.
And we also do a Bay Area arts and entertainment talk show called What's Poppin', which is kind of like Jimmy Fallon, and we interview people that are doing cool things in the Bay Area arts and entertainment scene. We got to get the Fake Collective on there, all these people that are doing cool shit, so that artists that are watching and other creatives that are watching, they know about how to get these opportunities. How do I get played on this radio station? Well, we're bringing the radio station people here. How do I get onto this festival? Well, we brought in the people that organized the festival as in as guests. How do I get booked at Kilowatt? Oh, guess what? The owner of Kilowatt's a guest. So there's so much knowledge that's just been done in the 2 years that they've been doing that show. I'm not the host of that show. That's a dude named Steve Ward Moore. He's kind of like San Francisco's Conan O'Brien.
Okay.
Really nice dude, self-deprecating, more than he needs to be, but funny.
Yeah.
And he interviews everybody, and then we bring in a different band every episode to be the house band, which is really cool. So people can tune into that every other Monday at 7 o'clock, and they stream on Twitch. Twitch.tv/thecomplexsf, and now also on YouTube, youtube.com/thecomplexsf.
Okay.
And at the end of the show, we announce all the shows you can go to in person for the next 2 weeks. So people can send in any flyers, that they're going to do. They could post them in the hip-hop community I've built, Check the Rhyme, and I'll announce it on that show. And you can check the stories, because every day, like, George sits there and he chops it up and tags everyone and puts that online, so it's pretty cool.
Hell
Yeah.
And then we've also got a partnership with Toys Rap Battle League. We've got a big battle rap event that's streaming from that studio on September 28th. So shout out to B Nasty, he's the organizer of that league, and we've put together 3 events. Each one gets better and better. So this next one is a really stacked lineup, building out a battle rap league for the Bay Area, because all the ones we had before, like bots, are dead. So now we're trying to keep it alive and bring it to a streaming platform so it can grow. And then I also do Freestyle Flow Fest, which is the most innovative freestyle rap show that I'm aware of. It's kind of like Wild 'N Out, but with all the best freestyle rappers that I can find. Get you on an episode.
Yeah.
So that'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I come up with wacky challenges. Like I recently partnered with Church of Clown that I found out about just because of What's Poppin'. They were guests talking about how they do clown lessons as well as shows. They've got their own little theater, so you can go watch, these clown performances. And I loved it when I went. I never thought I'd care about clowns, but hearing them talk about it, I was like, holy shit, clowning has played an important role throughout human history, and decided to bring in some clowns and had them mime so they couldn't use words. And then the rappers had to battle them only using words. So it was like completely different modalities in the battle. And then
Yeah.
people watching online got to vote for the winner. I do
Whoa,
weird
bro.
shit like that, you know.
That's
So people should definitely enjoy it because I feel like that's the most creative thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I think can have appeal to people that don't even listen to hip hop. And it's really fucking cool. So we do a
Yeah.
lot of shit.
Is it open to the public?
It's not. It's just a recording studio.
Okay.
So unfortunately, it's not zoned to be able to have people.
Yeah.
We would love to. The space is incredible.
Yeah.
There's a little boat in there. There's a little car in there. There's so many
so much.
interesting
There's so much in there.
decorations.
There's a car in there?
Yeah, it's like a classic car. I'm not up on my cars,
It's like
but it's dope.
It's like a garage kind of feel, like an old school garage, where then like it's like a basement too.
Yeah.
Is the feel in there, and then like you just feel kind of the fate, but like at a high level of trinkets everywhere,
Yeah.
random
Yeah.
little spaces. It's a dope place. It's probably
Dude,
one of the
that
coolest
sounds
spaces
so
I've
sick.
been to
Dude, that
in the
sounds so
city.
dope.
And a lot of people don't know, but it's hidden in the city, an undercover gem. That if you're looking for what New York has, we have it, and it's right here in the middle of the city.
San Francisco.
Don't be scared to come across the bridge, come
Yeah.
join, come figure it out, because they got a dope space, and it's to benefit all of us.
Yeah.
Not just them, but as artists,
Yeah.
as creators, as businesses, don't miss out on opportunities while they're in front of your face.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. That's why I got so much love for George and his partner Alana, because they've been doing this. They put on, like, I put on 100 shows with them, but they put on like 200 more, and it's all just to help the artists in the Bay Area. Like, every single time they're giving up their nights, their weekends, their resources, all this stuff. They provide like food and drinks for the guests and everything like that. And it's just the belief that it will grow, that it will find an audience, that there is a lot of talent here. There's so much cool shit happening in the Bay Area, and most people don't know about it. Like,
Right,
it's
right.
underappreciated. People
Right.
think about this area for like tech, you know, or things
Yeah.
like that. And at the same time, with this crazy disparity in class structure, you know, in the Bay Area, it's so fucking hard to be an artist. And that's why places like the Fake Collective and places like the Complex are so important, because
For sure.
it's fucking hard, you know?
Yeah.
There's so many people that are so talented, but they don't have enough money for, you know, music videos,
Yeah.
or definitely not enough to like push their shit on social media, right?
Ads
Pay
and
pay
all
to
that,
get all that,
yeah.
you know? It's really hard. They're, you know, driving for Uber Eats, trying to save up just to be able to record a song.
100%.
So being able to provide this high quality footage to artists for them to use however they want, you know, post on all their social medias of interview and performance,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think is a really dope thing. So yeah, every single person that watches helps push that algorithm to hopefully get in a position on Twitch that people all around the world could start discovering it. And that's the vision, and
Yeah.
it's been a lot of work. You know, we've been doing this for 5 years now, and it feels unappreciated. It feels sometimes like, why are we doing this? Nobody's watching. But I believe in the quality of what we're doing. I believe in the vision. I believe in the talent and the heart of
Yeah.
all the artists in the Bay Area. Especially for me, the focus is on hip hop, but
Right.
everybody.
Yeah. No, it's hard to continue to try to build a community that doesn't seem like they want the help. And also, it's like the Bay is the creator of so many things. It's the beginning and start of so many trends collectively.
Everything starts
It's
in the
like
Bay.
everything starts in the Bay, and it gets taken and acted like it didn't get started here everywhere. It's like we gotta take control while we have it and understand that we're actually blocking our blessings and don't even see what's in the Bay. Like, some people literally just be loving the Bay so much they forget
Yeah.
like that there's actually so much, because these people have came in and have these things, these ideas, and build these big things. Like these tech companies, yes, it's like a back and forth between people don't like tech and people do. And it's like the tech, both of them can help you get to where you want to go, and people are like avoiding it. But it's like you can get so much ahead if you use the resources around you. These people have tech companies to benefit us, but we don't listen, because it's like just, some people think it's just talking to techies, but it's like there's so many things that can help us get bounds if we came together,
Yeah.
like in
yeah.
general.
Yeah, working together.
But let me pause this real quick. I want to change the lighting.
Okay.
Give it me weird vibe.
Good?
Alright. Yo. Welcome to Who's You, episode 2 of season 2.
Yeah.
We got me, Passage, Jono,
Hey.
and the man himself, Infinity Chi.
Yes, sir.
He's a man of many masks, but he loves hip hop.
That's right.
From the complex to check the rhyme to running this Discord that can help a lot of artists connect throughout the Bay / throughout the country.
Yeah.
It's like, if we can come together, we can make more stuff happen. A lot of us miss opportunities by not seeing what's in front of us.
Right.
And putting glasses up, but it's like, so many people can help you in the room.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, there's so many things to offer.
Yeah.
Oh. The number one question I like to start with is, who are you, G?
Oh man, that is a good question because like you said, I do feel like I'm so multifaceted, but that's part of the journey is to not have to wear so many different masks in different scenarios, but to take them off and find out what's underneath. So for me, I'm a kid that grew up as the shy, quiet stereotype of a Chinese boy, growing up in Fremont, the number one best city in America to raise a family, number one happiest city in America, safest city in America. It's won all those things during my lifetime. And I'm, a product of that environment and being a model minority, and this kid that was student government, never got a detention, kind of like 99th percentile test score, kind of like AP scholar dude, but really didn't know how to express himself and would, bring different parts of his personality in different environments. And that's how I fell in love with hip hop, was when I was in 5th grade. That's when Gangsta's Paradise by Coolio came out. And I heard that song and something about the choral, in the background felt epic as fuck to me. But also this story of being an underdog, and being uncertain about your future. I felt like that was something that resonated with me, but it also came with a kind of swagger and confidence that I wish that I had. So can we face adversity with a boldness, with a courage, with a desire to change things? And that's what spoke to me. And I started, secretly listening to rap music because I thought my parents wouldn't appreciate the content. When they weren't home, I'd go on the computer and print out all these lyrics, fat stacks, wasting all the family's ink and stuff. And I had this little radio my uncle gave me, and I kind of tucked it in the corner under my mattress, how most people hide their porn back in the day, hide their Playboys and shit. I was doing that, but tucking in my little hiding my rap lyrics, and also the real radio. And when I was supposed to be asleep, then I put on the earbuds and listened to, back then it wasn't even Wild 94.9 yet. It was Wild 107.7. And I used to listen to it waiting for Gangsta's Paradise to come on. Yep. And then I'd hear other songs like Getting It by Too Short. And that was a motivational fucking song.
That's a jam.
Right?
Yeah.
All these different things. And I was like, okay, now I'm listening for this one and this one. And then Waterfalls by TLC, yeah. Hurricane by The Click, E40, yeah, I want that shit. So it just kept going deeper and deeper and deeper. And then in college, I start getting pulled into the underground, independent, more backpack conscious rap, and it shifted a lot of just the way that I see the world. It was influenced by listening to people like Immortal Technique share ideas that were so different from everything I was taught and conditioned and put into a box, and it made me question things. I didn't have to agree with everything it was saying, but it was just like, oh, okay, what if it's true? What if all these things are real, right? So hip-hop took me from being this shy, quiet person that couldn't express himself. I started rapping along to the lyrics in my room, pretending I had the confidence. And eventually, I didn't have anybody that liked hip-hop in my life. I felt like it was, Tupac used to talk about being the rose that grew from concrete. I felt like I was like a flower trying to grow in the darkness of a garage because I didn't feel like I would be accepted by the hip hop community. I thought as, this dorky Chinese honor student, the least rebellious person for most of my life that people would think, oh, you're a poser, you know? So I didn't even try to talk to the people that I would have probably resonated with. I went to like 1,000 concerts by myself when the person next to me in the concert probably had more in common with me than a lot of my friends. I would still be scared to talk to them. And it wasn't until I went to EDC in 2016, and I'm already like 33 years old and starting to like loosen up. And I'm sitting on the shuttle, and we're just bored as fuck because the shuttle's taking like 2 hours to get in there. I start talking to the dude next, like across the aisle from me, and he turned out to be Deezy Step of Ill Exotic, and he was talking about like how he actually has a passion for hip hop and like his favorite producers, and he's naming people that I never meet people that know, and I'm like, oh shit, that's amazing. So we start hanging out because he lives in San Leandro and I'm living in Hayward, right next to each other, and yeah, that led to going to beat battles, starting to go to the ciphers at the Boom Boom Room, all these things, and I'm like, damn, like I love like this homie. He's so fucking talented. Nobody gives a fuck. I'm going to these events. There's so much dopeness. Nobody gives a fuck. Like the Boom Boom Room doesn't even want to do like that anymore. After the pandemic hit, Return of the MC, the like dopest place for people to go and freestyle, and just so much talent just congregated. It was a big hub for hip hop in the Bay Area. It's dead. Like it couldn't survive, and we've seen that happen a lot of different places. Like Slate Bar was one of the only places that let hip hopaholics do their thing.
Yeah.
They went out of business because nobody came. So you know, that's why I became really passionate about trying to build this movement, try to build a platform without algorithms, right? Because people have 10,000 followers and still nobody sees their shit, right? So it's like, how do we actually get all the talented art and the dope events and all that to the people? And over the last, I guess, 8 years, it's morphed from one thing to another. And in that time, my confidence in my own expression has grown from being somebody that hated how he looked and thought everybody would think he was a poser and hated his voice, to somebody that's now hosting these streaming concerts and on a podcast, you know? It's crazy. The other part of me is an educator. I spent 14 years as an elementary school teacher in Fremont, and over that time, my education philosophy shifted from the way that Asian kids are traditionally raised to believe in, you know, you need to get good test scores and get into a good college and, you know, win all these awards, to how to fucking be human. And I started teaching more of that, more self-love, more like how do you deal with pain, sadness, rejection, all that other stuff. So the hip hop stuff is really just a method for me to build confidence so that I can step into my purpose, launching an education program to fill in the gaps in our current system. Yeah.
100%. No, the thing about rap that is not as much seen or really is anymore is just the talk about not being perfect, not having everything. Like nowadays they just tell you that they have this and I have this and that makes me cool. But what I loved about rap was saying, I got nothing, the government hates me, I'm getting shit on every day, because that's the normal American experience. That's a normal rapper feeling. Like, we don't have shit. I gotta resort to being this bad guy so I can make ends meet.
Right.
Because that's how the government is making this happen. It's not fair. It's not an easy route to take what we have to take sometimes. And it's like, but like if we understood our emotions more, we would understand how to portray that. But like a lot of kids, they don't understand their emotions. And so then they act out of violence. They act out of privilege. They act out of not knowing that things are right or wrong because they just feel cool. And it's like music and rap has turned into what is cool and not what resonates in a pocket of strength and building up motivation and building up, I came from hard times, but I can make it out. Yeah, they made me be a dope dealer, but I don't want to be a dope dealer. I do this because I have to.
Right.
Rappers be like, I don't want to sell to your grandma. I don't want to sell to your family. But it's like, I got to make ends meet. Just like rap now is like, I get girls, I get money, nobody's as cool as me.
Right.
And it's like, y'all forget the whole point of rap is literally to question the oppressor and question your oppression. It's like rap is really questioning your oppression, and oppression is huge nowadays. Where it's like they don't want us to question, and that's why a lot of rappers that do question oppression, especially out here in the Bay, they don't get the same love as doing something fun and funky and vibed out. It's like it sucks that the people that actually spit conscious raps get shit on and forgotten and pushed to the side, or they get social media blocked. Like you don't even realize you're getting blocked because you're putting stuff out, and it's just not seeing people's timelines, but you just thinking people not liking you. But it's actually the algorithm shutting you down because they know you have power.
Right.
You know how to use your words.
Right.
You're not an idiot. You're not promoting them to do something stupid. It's like it's a whole different climate now with music, and it sucks because it's like rap used to be just so raw and rugged, and now it's how dirty can I talk?
Right.
I could take your girl and I could take your girl.
Yeah.
But like, what can you do?
Exactly.
What do your words do? You're just preaching problems to the people instead of giving them power.
Yeah.
It's like that's what rap used to be: is power, strength.
Yeah, for sure.
Strength
That's
and
how,
melodies.
that's how I fell in love with it, bro. Like finding that beauty in the struggle and like knowing that like kind of taking light of the struggle, like talking about it spiritually and like a flow. That's like how I fell in love with rap. Like Mos Def, Talib Kweli, like they were all kind of like conscious, but like kind of pushing you in a direction to like go against the system, you know? Because like the system is kind of always built for us to fail, really, you know? Like if they were like building a system for us to grow and like be great, like it'd be different, you know? But it's like the whole system is against us, and we gotta like find a way out of that, and that's kind of like how we do with art. And like expressing ourselves from like,
Can you go close that door?
really from like an inner level, you know?
Yeah. No, there's a lot that can be said about the way that government and corporations have deliberately tailored what is pushed out to the masses. Like there's a lot. There are a lot of ties to prison industrial complex and how they want to funnel people there, keep them in a certain state of mind so that they continue to proliferate the same behaviors and never rise up, never step into their power. You see like in the 80s when hip hop was starting to really put a lot of those messages out there. I actually believe that hip hop is arguably the greatest form of putting a deep message out to human beings, period. Like out of any kind of music, like music is very, very transformative. There's a lot of knowledge and emotional understanding that can be conveyed through music vibrationally, right, on that level. But also the fact that you just have more bars in a rap song than any other kind of music. Like a lot of standard song formats in the past would be, let's say, 8-bar verses and a 4-bar chorus, and then an 8-bar verse and a 4-bar chorus. So you basically get 20 lines of information that you can convey, right? And then a standard rap song is 3/16, right? That puts you at 48 already, and then a hook, that puts you at 52. 52 lines of information compared to 20. And then, you know, rallies, political rallies, everything throughout history has always been like chants. And there's something about rhyme as well. So you basically have these chants, but people are memorizing like 100 bars, you know, in a cannabis song. Like he had a song called 100 Bars. I memorized all 100 bars of that song. Like I could rap it all. 100 lines of information ingrained into the minds of young people with deep messages on any type of transformation. And that's like the number one thing when it comes down to hip hop. For me, the word is transformation. Whether it's graffiti, you're transforming, you know, the side of a train car into your own vision, or DJing by remixing, chopping up to the breaks or whatever like that. You're transforming something that exists. Breakdancing, you're transforming your body into a robot, into a worm, into a helicopter, whatever. And then the content of, you know, lyricism is about transforming your life from like poverty to, you know, abundance, or transforming injustices in our system into a more utopian world. It's all about transformation. And when they see that, when they see people like Chuck D putting out messages out there, you know, about changing everything, like fuck Elvis, like that's something that they don't want people to hear, you know? And they're realizing like, oh shit, they're racist in Arizona, you know? They don't even want to celebrate Martin Luther King. Like there's a lot of different things that they were talking about. 911 is a joke, right? And you have that, and millions of people are hearing it, millions of people are memorizing it. People like me that grew up in the suburbs as a model minority are starting to realize like, hey, maybe the kids that are getting detentions because they're thinking on their own are not actually bad. Maybe they're actually onto something. Maybe the way that I've been raised, especially like I said in Mortal Technique, Dead Prez, you know, all these people putting these messages out there, they realize that, hey, this is super dangerous to the status quo. This is the most dangerous thing. The most dangerous way. Any speech is not going to be as memorable as something that rhymes and can be chanted, right? Like, and a beat can be danced to, like. So what they want you to do, you know, then it's like, okay, let's bring gangsta rap to the forefront, and I love it. That's the era in the '90s that I fell in love with, right? And you know, that was a big thing. So I'm not like shitting on gangsta rap, but it was definitely a conscious decision for all the radio stations and the big media companies, corporations, to push that agenda. And then also, you know, you want to continue consumerism, right? So then there's an era where it's just like, oh, let's like make sure that they think, instead of saving up their money and paying for a course to improve their life, that they're, you know, buying these alcohols, you know, something like really expensive, like spend $1,000 on a bottle instead of $1,000 changing your life, you know, things like that. But I have a friend who's really into a lot of the hip hop that you were talking about. That's more about just like, I'm doing great, and I have money, and I have this, or I have that, and I'm just showing off what I've got. And building Check the Rhyme has been huge for me, because I was definitely a backpack rap guy, and very much an elitist. I definitely felt that a lot of hip hop was destroying the culture and just kind of poisoning minds, and that it was really below below standard and unacceptable. Like, I was very judgmental about it until I started trying to build this community, because I didn't want to be a gatekeeper. Like, I didn't want to say like my opinion is better, so I'm going to decide who gets on my show. And I put on about 300 artists so far, and I don't like all these artists. I don't think they're all good, and I don't think they're all lyricists. But in doing so, and having a spiritual awakening that kind of shifted my lens to everything is vibration, I realized that, well, one's not better than the other. Like, some of these songs that are rapping about what I think is nothing or bullshit, they've got really good musicality. Like, they've got like some good cadence here, you know, there's reasons why it's positive. So in trying to support everyone, I went from like literally the only rap song that's my rap song that's like out there is a Game of Thrones mumble rap diss, like where I'm like making everything a double entendre, like Ned Stark is Tupac, so him getting killed made everything go crazy, you know, and talking about how the Night's King is like the recording industry, like major corporations, the White Walkers were mumble rappers, and like all the regular zombies are their fans, and it's just making them stupid, they're not even, you know, talking anymore. So I wrote that and I put it out there. I thought it was the coolest shit I ever done. It didn't do well, so I got discouraged and I didn't make any more songs. But you know, I was really, really against that kind of rap. I was like very much like, this is destroying hip hop. But now I realize, you know, especially speaking with my friend Victoria, that being in a certain mindset, you know, the spiritual teachers, they'll tell you to act like you already have it, to have that vibration that you already have it. So maybe there is a value to this music of like, yeah, look at me, I'm doing so great, I've got all this shit, I'm awesome, I'm the man. Like she says she listens to that to raise her frequency and keep it at that level.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I can see that, but I feel like, maybe it has to be like, I believe in eating ice cream, but maybe I also need to eat my veggies. Maybe I need some stuff that's good for my mind.
That's
and
why
my vibration.
Larry June is
Oh,
doing
yeah.
so amazing, because
Yeah.
bro really does talk about a spiritual awakening in a way of nuance, where it's like we are now in a different place where wealth and health are the same thing.
Yeah.
Like there's more
Keep it
wealth in
routine.
your health than there is in a dollar, but we also making money, because money in this life we live is very important. But at the end of the day, man, I just love rap as it's poetry.
Yeah.
It's the closest thing we have to a Shakespeare anymore.
For sure.
Because it's like people sing, and that's just a different type of frequency. It
Right.
provides a different type of message. But like when it comes to hip hop or rap, you can really like put poetry into it, where like words have entendres, shit has triple meanings,
Yep.
quadruple meanings, and like people are just gonna take it for the first meaning sometimes and just keep going, not even notice that this bar could actually change your whole life.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's literally certain conversations can change your whole life. Some people have heard bars and they're like, dude, that helped me think.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, I got one bar I told Jono, I was like,
Yeah.
I hope you loving you for me.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's like, inside, I need you to love yourself so we can love each other.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you're gonna dig at things that you are insecure about in other people.
Right.
No matter who you are. It's a consistent, that's a spiritual battle. And like, spirituality is a huge thing in life, where it's like the oneness is a creation of being whole.
Yeah, creating spiritual, creating like that, like the artist or like the writing, and then like where does that even come from,
Mhm.
Like where do those bars come from? And you spoke about a spiritual awakening you had. Chi?
Yeah.
What was that like?
It's still ongoing.
Okay. All right.
What is it like? Oh my God. It's like getting thrown into the center of a supernova and obliterated into just like tiny little molecules, and then having to kintsugi yourself back together. But the pieces are so small. Kintsugi is the Japanese art of taking a broken bowl and using gold to fill in the cracks, and considering it's even more beautiful because of how it was broken. So when you've been completely destroyed, and you will try to put these particles together, you need so much gold that basically it's just a gold bowl now. You can just see the gold bowl with little specks in it, and that's what it feels like.
A Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
That's what I like to call
Yeah,
it. It's the Big
it's
Bang.
kind of like that, You gotta rewrite all your limiting beliefs, but you also gotta rewrite a lot of the way that you see the world. And in the process, there's a lot of people that don't understand. And the people that you love the most, like the people who have been there for you your whole life, your family, your ride or dies, a lot of the times they resonate with the version of you that you were.
Right.
So they think the same way that the version of you that you were is conditioned to think. So whenever you're trying to take on new beliefs and new perspectives, you still got at least half yourself that's telling you you're fucking crazy. What the fuck are you doing? You need to continue to, think the way that you were raised, right? This way that enables so many Asian Americans to be successful, and have financial abundance and opportunity. But there's a big struggle for self-love within that community. There's a big struggle for connecting with other people in that
Right.
community.
Yeah.
And those are things that in the spiritual awakening I decided to prioritize over a lot of the things that we were conditioned to value. But it's really hard as you step into, these new beliefs. You definitely still face adversity. And in those moments, your mind tries to pull you back into the old paradigms, and so do everybody you know. So do your sister is like, I'm worried about you, you're doing this, that's kind of insane. And then all your like closest homies are like, yeah, I think you've gone off the deep end, and you see them choosing to support like one of the things I had to do was I left my marriage because we no longer saw the world in enough overlap. I think the ideal relationship overlap is probably 70 to 80%. Like, there is no consensus reality. We all basically hallucinate our reality based on the lens that we see the world in, both generational pain, our own traumas, our own conditioning, or, you know, from our past experiences. So literally, we'll look at the exact same thing and see something completely different. Somebody will look at, you know, the drinks over there and be like, no, I would never drink that kind of thing. I want a soda. But I'm actually really excited because I'm trying to get like enlightenment, so I'll drink them this. You know, it's like, oh, I get the caffeine, but I'll, and yes, there's still a lot of sugar in it, but you know, it's doing better for me. You know,
yeah,
so
it's that lens switch, man.
Yeah.
That lens switch. Trying on new glasses. You always.
Right.
The thing is your prescription run out every year.
Yeah.
And it's like. That's the same thing with the mental prescription. Your views from a year ago should not be the same.
Exactly.
And if they are, you have not done anything else to provide yourself to become a new person.
Yes.
It's like you have to switch lenses at least to understand that this is not the same life we lived 2 years ago. Everything, like I've told people since the moment COVID happened, we will never resort back to the people we were. Like this economy, this country, the people we're around will never resort back to what it was. So you have to adapt with what is becoming because it's prescribed to change.
Yeah.
No matter what. You're soon gonna need new meds because you accidentally hurt your knee.
Right.
Now your whole life changed because you hurt your knee and realized walking is so important to you. You get hit in your head on accident and now your sight's knocked out and now you have to see with a blur.
Yeah.
And now you're like, wait, I really miss being able to see life normal. It's like people don't get perspective until they see it, till that perspective is put onto them.
Right.
Like with everything that's going on in the world right now, it's like people don't care about something until it's somebody they know it's happening to.
Yes.
So it's like, for me, I don't believe what's going on across the seas is supposed to be happening. It's like, and like I'll speak on it as much as I can because like those kids, those parents, those kids, those people will never be able to see that. But also there are people in this country that know they're losing their family over there.
Oh, yeah.
Losing, and it's like, of course you're gonna want to stand up for that. Even
100%.
if the oppressor is right next to you in the same room. It sucks when you know you're losing family lines because there's no resorting back to what it was.
Right.
It's like everything is a perspective of looking at it through both sides.
Yes.
Where it's like there's two sides. There's honestly, like every dice, there's 6 sides.
Yeah.
You don't know if you're gonna get a 6 or a 1. Some days you rolling 6s, bam, 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 you're good. Then some days you getting 1, 1, 1, and it's like, damn, I'm getting bit everywhere I go.
Yeah.
It's a spiritual awakening comes with also knowing that it's gonna continuously keep happening every year. You're never gonna be where you're supposed to be. The only thing, like the full enlightenment is knowing that nothing matters at all and sitting there and being like, it's okay with whatever path I take. I just gotta wake up and keep moving.
Acceptance, yeah. Yeah, constantly evolving and just accepting things as they come, you know?
Yeah.
Like literally just being in a state of like acceptance of all.
Yeah.
You know, literally. But we also got to do what we can, you know, for like events like benefiting Gaza, benefiting things like that.
Benefiting everything. There's so many things going on right now. It's like
I know.
we can be arrested because we look Hispanic now. Like it's legal. That is a humongously flawed thing that should not even be close to legal. Just because I look a certain color, you can arrest me and question me for my status here.
That's insane.
It's insane. It's insanity. But we have so much going on in the world that it just flew right over. It hit for the peak of it was when it happened. Now it's shut down because so many things have happened in the past couple of days. And things are going to continue to keep rolling where it's like these little things that they're forcing down our throat, we don't even have time to object.
Right.
We kind of just have to sit with the kick to the chin and wait till it happens to somebody we know, and then we feel like we have the right to say it.
Yeah.
And it's like we need to say it before that because if we
100%.
don't, it's going to just happen to people that we don't know, that don't have to deal with it. And then people look at these people that are losing their family members to ICE and being like, oh, it's not, it has to happen, or oh, I'm sorry that happens, that sucks, and then just go back on their normal day, and then their family gets taken off of some stupid shit, and then they're looking at people like, you don't care?
Yeah.
It's like, you got to see that this is everybody's problem.
Right.
It's just not it's not your problem today, But give it a year, give it a couple months, and it's all of our problems.
For sure.
Things are not like we taking shit lightly.
Yeah, we
it's
gotta-
like shit's happening overnight.
Literally.
And they don't care because these are laws. These are things that we need to know about. But they're doing so much at one time, so we can't even fight back.
Yeah, we're on the brink of like something happening within our own, land.
You know?
Like we gotta speak up, we gotta be active.
And then we try, and then like as ourselves being humans, or trying to just fully understand ourselves, or have a spiritual awakening of being a person. It's like having a spiritual awakening while dealing with all of these other issues that aren't yours, but you feel like you kind of need to at least stand up for. It's
Right.
hard because like I could worried about myself, spiritually awaken myself, and realize there's nothing I can do over there.
Right.
But as a person, like how we are with hip hop, is like I know my power word is the strongest thing I have.
Yep.
Whether it's talking, whether it's rapping, whether it's just changing somebody's prescribed mind to understanding our medications are just to dim our light.
Right.
Most people are dim their light to just being scared that it's hard to be bright in a room.
Yep. I still dim my light, and that's what I'm working on, because it is hard to be bright in a room, because you're gonna light up parts of people's shadows that trigger them. You're gonna hold a mirror to them, and they're gonna see things that they don't like. They're not gonna understand that. They're just gonna understand that they don't feel good, and they're gonna blame it on you, and they're gonna run away from you, and that happens a lot. There's some people that are going to be blinded by it, and then there's some people going to realize how dangerous it is, because it's going to change the fucking world when people sign authentically. Like, that's the big thing, is everybody to step into their own like authentic vibration. I believe that will actually just complete a perfect puzzle where it's like I see the world as human beings are like Christmas lights, and they all shine in their own unique hue, like vibrationally, if they break free from the social conditioning, the generational pain, and all these things, and actually have true, deep knowledge of self, beyond labels. I think every single label is a limiting belief. I don't think human beings were ever meant to be labeled at all, right? And I think that you said a lot of things that are really top of the mind for me, that I think are really important into bringing about a better world and bringing people together, creating unity, and all the things that hip hop was really about. It's about peace and love and unity and respect. It's not even just like plur and raves. That's hip hop too.
Who's the coolest rapper in the room? Who's the best? Who's just like?
It's not just about that,
right?
But that's the other thing, is that when you see all the different perspectives, right? Like the six-sided dice, I feel like it's even more sides to it, because there's so many different perspectives. They can all exist simultaneously. And there's this grand model of psychological evolution called spiral dynamics. I really like it. It was published in like 2006 or something like that by Beck and Cohen. So it's a really new idea, but it puts these stages of consciousness that every single person goes through in the exact same order. And it also shows what kind of breakthrough would need to be achieved in order to see the next level above. Until then, you try to explain to somebody, and you're going to be like describing like a unicorn over there, like, oh my god, look at that unicorn, its horn is so iridescent, and oh my gosh, it's got the cutest little boots on its hooves. And then y'all are just looking at it, and you're like, think I'm fucking crazy. That's why it's impossible to convince, certain people about global warming. It's at stage green level of consciousness, but they're down at stage blue or maybe stage orange. That's why you can connect the dots perfectly and be like, I don't understand how you don't get it, right? But it's the same. I could describe that unicorn perfectly, but you wouldn't get it.
That's why I love rap.
Yeah.
If I can define it in a certain way and portray it in the right storyline, makes you think about you. It makes you think, puts you in those shoes. It's like an understanding to like, I have this song where it's like, I am a dreamer, I am a leaper, I believe in myself. Because it's like, if I don't, I'm not gonna get nowhere. I'm gonna do the same things I've always done, and just like, but like, I need to believe in me more than anybody else believes in me, because they're not gonna believe in me until I believe in me.
Right.
You're not gonna see my light till I see my light. A lot of people like always told me my laugh brightens a room, and I was like, I appreciate that, and like I love being here, but also I'm literally just enjoying my time, not thinking about that. And then I forget that I do help people think about things sometimes. So people will come to me for certain conversations, and I'm like just sitting there having a normal conversation, and I'm like, oh wait, I realize that I'm actually like you need a message. So I have to tell you something in the right way, or like respond to you in the right way so you can hear that. And it's like with rap, that's like my favorite part about it, is like I can really push the narrative of what I want to hear myself, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's more of like sometimes I'm taking digs at myself.
Yeah.
I'm the problem. I'm a manic issue. It's just like it's fun to see yourself in a lens. It's not perfect. I'm never gonna be perfect. I'm as bad as everybody else because we all live in a world where we're made to sin, you know. But it feels like sin was made for us because it's the only place we're comfortable.
Right.
And it's a scary, weird contradiction to life where they tell you to do good, but then you see everybody else doing bad, so it feels easier to just do what they're doing because it seems like they're happy.
Right.
There's a peace in that. It's like it's a hard contradiction, spiritual vibe of breath, you know? Just taking that chance and just being like, fuck.
Yeah. So one of the things that you said earlier that I didn't agree with, though, is that you said something like, we might never get to where we're supposed to be. We can also give ourselves the opposite, which is true. I don't think enlightenment is actually something that's like attainable. It's always about just trying to get there, but I'm never going to finish the journey. So from that perspective, we're never going to get where we're supposed to be. And I resonate with what you're saying. But at the other same time, we could say that we are always where we're supposed to be. That every single moment, wherever we are, is exactly where we're supposed to be.
So that's that's the whole thing about it, is it's like we're never going to be where we're supposed to be, so just be present with where you are right now.
Yeah.
Because you won't be anywhere until you're there. And it's like, that's what I mean by that, because it's like, no matter what, we're going to continue to be taking steps. It's a big staircase. It's like, literally, like they say, a staircase into heaven.
Yeah.
It's taking those steps, building, because at the end of the day, you're going to keep building until you're at that door.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's the thing. It probably is an infinite staircase. Like,
You
I
know?
stopped seeing success as like a mountaintop and started seeing it as a different, an infinite climb.
Yeah.
So how do you ever feel successful if the mountain goes forever? I think it's to make sure that we stop. And when we look around and something's different, like we can either do something we couldn't do before, or we have new opportunities, or we're surrounded by a different environment, then you stop and you look like, oh shit, I could see over those trees now, and I didn't know that there was a lake over there. Cool. Like, that's success. Every time we stop and see that our level, we have proof that we've gone somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So with spiral dynamics, with all these different stages, and they oscillate back and forth from times when you're focused on yourself and times when you're focused on community. So you'll notice some people are very, very self-centered right now. They're in a stage where they focus on themselves. And then they'll go to a stage where they're going to focus on their community, and they'll go back and forth. The world changes when we hit this stage called stage yellow, and the number one gate to entering that stage is paradox. To notice that two things can be opposite and exist at the same time.
Yeah. Exactly. There's always, like they said, there's always 6 sides to a dice.
That's right.
Even more for sure, but hey, there's always going to be more. And so, like you're saying, enjoy each moment.
Yeah.
Even when you're climbing to a peak, turn around and look and see how much you have done, and see where you can go and where you came from. Because it's still always, even when you're going up and you feel like you're sliding back down, you can take a second to look back and remember, I was that.
Exactly.
And there's so much more in the world. You can either spiral down or spring up.
That's right.
So think about where you're going and appreciate the moments of where you have them.
Hell yeah.
I want to say thank you again for watching. This is Passage. Jono, we got Infinity Chi. Please let them know where they can find you.
Appreciate you, dog.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming through, man.
Yeah, absolutely. It's my pleasure. So the main thing I ask is to join the movement. It's not me, but it's Check the Rhyme. So it's check_DA_rhyme. We put on a lot of amazing shows, but the most important thing is in the link in the bio. It's our Discord community. It's your one-stop spot for everything hip-hop in the Bay Area and beyond. There's no algorithms, no ads, and there's a spot for anybody that loves hip-hop in any way. So the tide rises, it raises all ships. So join that community, be a part of it. There's so much dope shit that we're doing over there. And I'm also building a conscious community that I haven't launched yet because building the hip-hop community has been so hard. But that's the greater vision to lead into my education program to change the vibration of the planet. So if you want to connect with me personally on Instagram, it's @chi_infinite.
Thank you guys so much. Have a great day. We love y'all. We'll see y'all soon.
Cool.
Out.